Good morning, children. Sairam. So, today we are going to continue with the last chapter of pole science, that is political science. Okay, and the chapter is chapter number 9, public facilities. So, children, what do you mean by the particular word public facilities? How many of you know what are public facilities? Can anyone tell this answer? Okay, the public facilities, first of all, you all are able to avail. That is, you all know what are public facilities, how to avail them. So, do you really know them? Let's understand what is the meaning of public facilities first. When we talk about the public facility, children, the essential facilities. See, children, I'll show you on your screens. The essential facilities that need to be provided for everyone are called as public facilities, like electricity, public transport, schools, and colleges, which are a necessary part of the life, are called as public facilities. Now, the important characteristic feature of public facility, the most important characteristic of a public facility is that once it is provided, its benefits can be shared by many people. For example, it it can be it can it can be, you can say, used as a purposeful means by which everyone can be benefited. Okay, children. So, children, in short, we can talk about public facilities. We actually really relate the public facilities to our basic needs, such as water, health, education, transportation facilities, etc. The government is expected to play a major role in providing basic facilities to all. Fine, because we are the citizens of a country, and if we are the children, then who is our godfather? Who is a father to us? The government. Who is the father of the citizens known as the children? They are it is the government. Now, my next question to you all as children, that does the public realize the value of facilities provided by the government? What facilities do you think does the government provided to the people? Are the facilities actually utilized efficiently by the people? Now, when we talk about the role of the government gets money for public facilities from the taxes collected by the people. So, children, when we pay our taxes on time, then only we are able to get the public facilities. It is not that we are getting these public facilities because just we are paying. It is because we are performing our duties and activities well. That is why, because of us, many are benefited, and because of many, we are benefited. So, when we fill our taxes on time, the taxes collected from the people help the government to perform, or you can say, keep the cycle moving on in a perpetual manner. Okay, without any delay, the government can actually perform its duties without any delay. The government is empowered to collect these taxes and use them for such programs. Now, what are the examples? For example, to supply water, the government has to incur costs in pumping water. Now, this is really very important, that water, when we talk about water as an important source as well as a facility, water is really very important source of energy, and it has to be utilized in an optimum manner. When we talk about water, many people living in distant areas are not able to receive the approximate and accurate quantities of water. For this, what we have to you make pledge or promise ourselves what we have to do, what we have to make efforts, what we have to pledge is that we need to save water instead of wasting it, as it is an important source which is the basis as well as the basic necessity of every individual in our country and any country. Water needs to be saved and needs to be utilized in an optimum manner. Before jumping to any other point, I would like to show you the example of water in the city of Chennai, the status of water in the city of Chennai. Now, what scene you can see that picture is describing? Children, you can see a little picture on your screens that many women are standing with their buckets as well as utensils, vessels for filling their water. They are found in a situation of agony. They are a little irritated, a little worried that such a long row of water, sorry, long row of vessels needs to be filled, and nobody knows at what time these vessels are going to be filled. So there are many places in our country where water scarcity is a main problem. I repeat, water scarcity is a main problem. You can see the example that this is the example from senior government officials like Mr. Ram Gopal live in Anna Nagar in Chennai. This area looks lush and green with lawns maintained by a generous spring of water. Bungalows here have top water for major part of the day. On days when the water supply is inadequate, Mr. Ramagopal speaks to a senior official whom he knows in the municipal water board, and a water tanker is easily arranged for his house only. Like most areas of the city, Subramaniam's apartments in Malapur suffers from water shortage. This area gets municipal water once in 2 days. A private bore well meets some of the residents' water needs. Borewell water is, however, brackish, so the residents use it in their toilets and for washing. For other users, water is purchased from tankers. Subramaniam spends up to rupees 500 to 600 per month on buying water from the tankers. For drinking water, residents have installed water purification systems in their homes. Siva lives on the rent on the first floor of a house in Madi, Madipakkam and gets water once in 4 days. Shortage of water is one major reason why Siva can't bring his family to Chennai. For drinking, Siva buys bottled water. Padma works as a domestic help in Saidapet and lives in the nearby slum. She pays a rent of rupees 650 for the hutment, which has neither a bathroom nor a tap connection. For 30 such hutments, there is a common tap at one corner, in which water comes from a bore well for 20 minutes twice a day. A family gets to fill a maximum of 3 buckets within this time. The same water is used for washing and drinking. In summer, the flow becomes a trickle, so that one family gets water only at the cost of another. People have to wait long hours for water tankers. So, children, This was the scene of the city Chennai, though it is called as the most self-sufficient city, but they face heavy scarcity of water. In such areas, children, people actually carve out for us even for a single drop of water. So now, what is the role of the government and of the people over here? What facilities have been provided and how they should be utilized? My question to you is this the answer is that the people who are using who are making inadequate use of water, they should minimize their use of water. They should minimize, I have not said that they should restrict, they should minimize their use of water. And the people who require water in sufficient amounts, they should be, their needs should be catered in a proper manner. Water, that water which is an important source and plays a significant role. Now, how can we solve the problem of this water shortage? Saved water is the basic need of people, we all know. It is essential for life and good health also. And without water, we can't imagine of life. We cannot think of sustainability without water. Once we can think of less food, but without water, we are going to starve. We can stay hungry, but stay, we can't starve for water. We can't live thirsty. Safe drinking water can prevent several waterborne diseases such as diarrhea, dysentery, cholera, etc. Unfortunately, India has the largest number of cases of these diseases. Children below the age of 5 reportedly die every day because of these diseases. Malnutrition becomes because the water, which has the maximum mineral present in it, are either washed away or the other, what you can say, the local slum areas are provided with very bad quality of water, borewell water, which is highly dangerous to health of anyone, especially the children. It means safe drinking water is not available to all of us. Then, our constitution recognizes the right to water as being a part of the right to life under the Article 21. It means there should be universal access to water, but in reality, it does not happen. So, you might have seen children, people fighting in many of the movies or in your daily dramas that you watch on television. But I've seen that when we are talking about Mumbai, Chennai, and many other cities, Malapur, as we have read, Maripakam, these are the cities which have the southern, which fall in the southern part of India. Okay, and what happens with them is that they are not actually able to have water with adequate quantity of water for them. Then we can find people standing in long rows with large vessels for the adequate supply of water. But what happens? They end up in massive fighting just for the sake of water. So this problem can only be resolved when you can say each one pledges to save water. So that's it for today, and we'll continue the leftover portion in the next class. Thank you, Mansaira.